It's game time on The Score, the place for local winter high school sports. Brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hampden Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HampdenLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we're your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet. Our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union. Building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU. Invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank. Making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland. Teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care. 216 Main Street, Waterville. Your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second-generation family-owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and A.J. Knight.
There used to be an old television show back in the late 70s hosted by Leonard Nimoy of Star Trek fame called In Search Of. Well, tonight, the Lawrence Bulldogs are in search of their first victory of the season. It's been a tough start for the Bulldogs, and Lawrence comes in search of a victory after 6 straight losses. The opponent tonight, not going to be easy, the Hampden Academy Broncos. Welcome to Folsom Gym in Fairfield. I'm Mike Violet along with A.J. Knight and our Score crew here tonight. The Bulldogs and the Broncos both coming in off a loss. We were here for the Lawrence loss. They played really well, we thought, in losing to Nokomis in our game on Tuesday night. Meanwhile, the Hampden Academy Broncos come in off a loss to the Coney Rams. So both teams coming in off a loss. In the Hampden Academy case, a pretty significant loss to the Coney Rams. And in the case of Lawrence, a pretty close loss in which they played well.
Yeah, and I was going to say that's a little bit of validation because we said that Coney team was the best 0-3 team in the state. We knew we could see the pieces, but that's what's interesting about this, Mike. Despite the fact that Lawrence comes in winless, Hampden Academy actually really hasn't played well on the road. Their 2 losses are both on the road, 65-53 to Coney, 51-40 Edward Little, right? So comfortable losses, and then they had one other road game, 59-57 over Camden Hills. So by my math, they played 3 road games. They're 1-2. They've lost 2 by a combined 23 points and won 1 by 2 points. This Hampden Academy team has not been the same on the road.
So there's that going for the Lawrence Bulldogs here tonight, and it hasn't mattered for Lawrence whether they are playing in the friendly confines here of Folsom Gym or playing on the road somewhere. They have lost them all. They lost to Mount Blue by 18. They lost to Messalonsky by 27. They lost to Brewer and played pretty well against Brewer, the number 1 team in Class A North right now. They lost by 13, and they played really well against Gardner, losing to the Tigers 53-46. Then a blowout loss to Oxford Hill, 67-42 in the game we had here on Tuesday night. They lost by 7 to the Nokomis Warriors, 61-54. I talked to Coach Jason Pellerin on the phone this afternoon, and I asked him, how's the psyche of these boys at 6-0? He said, it is a delicate balance, but I've talked to my seniors, and we think we're going to be okay. So after 6 straight losses, certainly it begins to set in, and you know what it is, that feeling of, my God, we haven't won in 6 games. We've got a team here in Hampden Academy that while they haven't played well on the road, they have won 3 ball games. We got to get a win. Hopefully it's tonight for the Lawrence Bulldogs. We shall see.
I will say, I think they've improved each time we've seen them now. I think this is the 3rd time. I think they've looked better. You have a really good scorer in Cole Kirian. For me, it's continued to develop second and third option scoring guys. And then Lawrence has to stop fouling. The 2 games you and I have done here before, they've been in foul trouble consistently throughout the game.
All right, both teams have gone through their pregame warm-ups. They are about to be introduced. We'll take a quick timeout. We're coming back with basketball. The opening tip, Lawrence Bulldogs, Hampden Academy Broncos. It is next on The Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Alrighty, Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Starting lineup, first of all, for Russ Bartlett's Hampden Academy Broncos, Sawyer Worcester starts at one guard. No heights listed on the Hampden Academy roster. It's basketball, but still, there are no heights on the roster. So Sawyer Worcester starts at one guard. Miles Shane is the other guard up front. Andy Hennigan, Liam Hennigan, Aiden Kochendorfer. And for the Lawrence Bulldogs, it'll be Cole Curian, Preston Roy, Braden Davidson, and Trevor Pellerin are underway here in Fairfield. It is Worcester with the basketball. Hampden Academy, obviously in the dark jerseys, and Lawrence in their home whites. Swinging around, here's Shane. Shane on the right now to Hennigan. Back to Shane out front. Lawrence in man defense, of course. Here's Kochendorfer. Kicks it left side for Hennigan. This is Liam. Liam Hennigan, foul line left on the cut to Shane. It's tipped. It's out of bounds off Lawrence. And it'll stay with Hampden Academy. Just underway in Fairfield. Glad you're with us for Friday night basketball here from Lawrence High School. The pass into Hennigan. This is Andy. Hampden Academy much longer than Lawrence is. There's a long one. Speaking of long ones by Kochendorfer, it's no good out of the pile there. Richards with the rebound to Trevor Pellerin. Here is Lawrence. Pellerin certainly have their struggles offensively on the right to Roy. Now to Kirian, who has not struggled offensively. He's been their guy. Outside Pellerin. Whips it now to Braden Davidson. Back to Pellerin. 1 minute gone. One shot so far. That's it. Here's Pellerin trying to work it on the right. Hands to Kirian. Kirian looking for his shot. They're right in his face. Cutting to the basket. The shot is up and good by Preston Roy. Nice quick cut by Roy. Good vision there. It's 2-0 to see him. Lawrence gets the first basket of the game. Here's Sawyer Worcester. Worcester at the top. Over to Miles Shane. They whip it down on the pivot for Hennigan. Hennigan can't use it. Goes to Liam. Liam cruises in. Nothing there. Out to Shane. Shane right wing. Goes to the baseline. The jump step by Worcester. Knocked away. Loose ball picked up by Shane. Shane open baseline. Goes back outside on the shovel pass to Hennigan. Swing in the corner. Kochendorfer. 3-ball. No good. Rebound. It is Hampden Academy's. They got another opportunity. Kochendorfer whips it on the right for Shane. 3-ball from the right wing. That's no good. Kirian runs down the rebound. Off to the races is Lawrence. Kirian baseline, steps back, launches a little short on the 3. Weak side Richards had his hand on it, but he also had his foot on the baseline. It's out of bounds.
And you would think at this point teams would learn you can't give Kirian space. You give him a step, it's going up, and he's been deadly, like you said. I think last game he's scored almost all the first half points 2 games we've been here.
You don't even need to give him a step sometimes.
True.
Just a little bit. Outside Kochendorfer drives, pulls up, and he is hit, and it's an offensive foul. Aiden Kochendorfer, the senior guard, gets rung up for an offensive foul, so that's going to give the basketball to Lawrence. 5:41 here remaining in the first. Offensively challenged thus far.
Yeah, he threw that chicken wing.
He did. Here's Kirian. Cole, a pick. Rolling around it. Shifty dribble. Hands it off to Pellerin. Another pick there from Davidson. Pellerin outside, guarded by Kochendorfer. Pellerin takes a trip to the right. Hands off to Kirian. Kirian reverses. Now a stutter step, goes in, hooks a pass, hits the bottom of the support, bottom of the backboard, and deflects. And Sawyer Worcester has it. Worcester runs it all the way up, finger roll, left that short. Rebound, run down to the floor for it, Kochendorfer. Lead pass, up and in by Braden Davidson, and a foul. Lawrence able to get that loose ball up to Braden Davidson, the 6'2 senior, who hit the shot, got fouled by Miles Shane.
And thus far, again, talk to weird coincidence, tough opponents. Hampden Academy hadn't played well on the road, and thus far looking a little disheveled.
Shot is off, and the rebound to Liam Hennigan. Liam whips it up now to Kochendorfer. Out of the foul line to Andy. Back outside Kochendorfer. 3, he is off. Rebound kicks over to Trevor Pellerin. Lawrence with a 4-0 lead. And the basketball. Here's Pellerin. Trying to go on Sawyer Worcester. Hands it off to Preston Roy. Outside, and Kirian a bomb from the top of the circle for 3. And it's 7-0 Lawrence. Driving is Kochendorfer, lays it off to Hennigan. Hennigan can't use it. Good defense there by Richards. Now a 3 left wing by Sawyer Worcester. No good. And the rebound cleared by Davidson. Here's Pellerin. Trevor cruises up. A pick from Richards. There's the roll. Richards kicks it in the right corner for Roy. Roy for 3. Short. He front rimmed it. Out of the shoot, Shane. Shane whips it, and a foul, though, before he did. He was whipping it over to Aiden Kochendorfer.
One of the other things I like thus far, Mike, does it seem to you in this third game we've seen this Lawrence boys team playing a step slower, which I don't think is a bad idea, especially when you've struggled, I think, to maintain offensively. Take us an extra second to run those possessions.
They do seem to be a little more calculated here tonight. Inside the leaner Kochendorfer, no, and a foul. And Aiden Kochendorfer, the senior guard, going to the line. He will shoot two, that is. Tonight's game presented by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college with over 40 academic degrees and certificates and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. In fact, free tuition still on the table. Just go to cmccu, cmcc.edu. Your future starts now at CMCC. First free throw, no good by Kochendorfer. Still 7-zip. Hampden Academy being shut out. And they're still being shut out, but the rebound by Hennigan, and Hennigan is going to go to the line as he out-jumped everybody for that offensive rebound. And so Kochendorfer throws up 2 bricks, missed them both. Hennigan is going to the line. He's a senior forward. And off the bench, one of the young ones, Ryder Provost for Jason Pellerin. They're 0 for 3 from the line.
Yeah, Mike, and he's off the bench because, as I mentioned in the pregame, Davidson picked up his second foul.
Yep, so in the game, Ryder Provost. Can they get on the board? Yes, finally, it's 7-1. That free throw had a horseshoe on it, 7-1. Here's Cole Kirian. A stutter step, blows by everybody, throws it up. He thought he got fouled. No. Numbers here, 5-on-4. Great lead for Hennigan. He finger rolls it off the window and in. 7-3. The lead is 4. Here is Pellerin. Doesn't get hemmed in. Brings Sawyer Worcester to the top. Beat him on the dribble. Right side, Kirian 3-ball. Yes. He hasn't hit the rim yet. It's 10-3. He is on fire to start. The lead back to 7. Quick hands by Roy. Almost stole it. Ahead to Kochendorfer. To the foul line to Hennigan. Now to Kochendorfer. A jump step inside. And they call him for a travel. Land of the Giants there. And he got hung up. Here's Leighton Bradford coming in for Brady Richards. Bradford, a 5'11 senior.
That's a nice job by Richards because last game he got caught up in the air a couple times, did what he's supposed to. Wall up. You're 6'4". Be every bit of it.
Left side here is Bradford off the bench. Right side to Pellerin. Trevor to the top to Kirian. Kirian behind a pick. The roll by Provost. Kirian goes up left-handed. No good. Provost fouled on the way up. And the kid is going to get free throws. So Ryder Provost, one of the younger twin brothers of Maddie. And by the way, the Lawrence girls winning up at Hampden Academy today, 53-38.
Yeah.
Provost hits.
Those deficits starting to come down.
I guess Hampden Academy gave him quite a tussle there for a while. Coming in for Lawrence, Keegan Littlefield. And coming out, Preston Roy. Provost with one more, and he hits. 12-3. It's a 9-point lead. Largest of the game. Lawrence with some pressure. Littlefield on the ball here on Worcester. Worcester over the timeline. Up now to Trey Collier, just came in, 22 for those of you watching our live stream. Hennigan down low to Hennigan. Hennigan goes up left-handed. Sweet move, and he hits.
That was a nice job stepping back out, but keeping that pivot to get the defense out of position.
Nice slick move. 12-5. Kirian with the ball. Lawrence by 7. Right side cruising around is Bradford. Bradford passes to no one. I think he thought Provost was deeper. Provost was in the area, but not close enough.
It was that, Mike, and I think a combination of he thought he was going to be able to wrap it around. It just didn't get much on the wrap around.
Anthony
part.
Almeida, a sophomore, is in for Lawrence. So Jason Pellerin liberally going to his bench. He's played 8 or 9 so far. Here is Hennigan. They swing it around to Worcester. Sawyer Worcester baseline hooks a pass outside to Collier. Now to Miles Shane. Now back to the top to Liam Hennigan. Hennigan goes in, almost lost it, kicks it outside. A 3 from Sawyer Worcester. Short, front rimmed it. Rebound boxed around, comes down into the hands of Provost. The outlet to Kirian. Kirian a stutter step. Wants the 3, didn't take it. Lobs it down low to Provost. Provost, the big guy, goes up. The freshman hits. That's 4 off the bench. That's Ryder Provost.
How about that? Coach Pellerin with the secret weapon.
The secret weapon of Ryder Provost has been effective so far. The ball left behind there, picked up by Hennigan. Hennigan on the elbow to the cut there to Collier, and the ball ends up out of bounds as Collier knocked it out with his leg. So Lawrence has had a terrific first quarter, 1:13 to go.
Now, Mike, one of the benefits of going to some of these JV players, specifically the Provost twins, you add a little bit more length to a Lawrence lineup that doesn't have a ton of it.
They really don't have much other than Richards. Here's Bradford. Bradford to the top to Kirian. Kirian guarded there by Trey Collier. Kirian drives, stops on the elbow, shovels back outside to Littlefield. Littlefield to Kirian. Maybe they're going to wait here as Kirian glanced at the clock. It's down to 50. Lawrence up 14-5. Kirian drives. They call him for 5. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm with you.
There was some advancement of the ball there.
I think that was pretty generous for a 5-second call. I mean, in terms of the defensive 5 seconds.
All right, inbounds pass, Sawyer Worcester. So maybe it's going to be Hampden Academy with the last shot. Worcester guarded by Littlefield. Over the timeline, popping out Liam Hennigan. Back now to Worcester. To the foul line to Andy Hennigan. Andy holds. Andy to Liam. Liam a 3 from the left wing. No good. Very high rebound. Knocked over, and it's over to Littlefield. Good play by Kirian. They've got 22 seconds to work with. Lawrence with the ball. They lead 14-5.
And Coach Pellerin saying this one for sure the last shot.
Kirian with 15. Kirian to Littlefield. Littlefield drives, goes in. Maybe an offensive foul. Yep. Out of control there, Keegan Littlefield. So the last shot, maybe not going to be Lawrence's. Maybe it's going to be Hampden Academy, but I have thought that before. With 10 seconds to go in the quarter. And it goes to Worcester. Worcester guarded by Littlefield. Worcester over the timeline. To the elbow, left side Collier. Collier stops and pops. No, right there for the rebound. Andy Hennigan with nobody near him, and he missed. And one done in Fairfield. Lawrence jumps out to a 7-0 lead. They lead by 9 at the end of 1. The score from Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Lawrence Bulldogs 14, Hampden Academy Broncos 5. This is high school basketball on The Score.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our Score crew back here live in Fairfield. Time for our first quarter breakdown from Folsom Gym, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Lawrence ran out to a 7-0 lead. They have led by as many as 9, and they lead by 9 right now, 14-5. First quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. Here we go, second quarter. Trevor Pellerin back in the game. At the point for Lawrence, picks the dribble up. Now he needs some help, and Kirian gives it to him. Kirian at the top. Ryder Provost in the game, flying through there, playing down low for Lawrence. Now Provost pops out, gets the pass, the bounce pass. Provost looks at it. It is knocked away there, Andy Hennigan, and there is senior experience there by Hennigan, knocking it away from Provost. He showed the ball just enough, and Hennigan able to swat it away.
How about this, Mike? Already a change. You and I not unfamiliar with seeing Lawrence get out to quick starts, but this time they lead at the end of 1, which they haven't yet.
They haven't yet. Tonight's the first night. Here's Kirian over the defense to the right side to Roy. Back out to Pellerin. Lawrence with the ball. Pellerin hands it back out to Preston Roy. Preston, top of the circle. Guarded there by Cade Bartlett, who just came in. Bartlett wearing number 4 on the glasses if you're watching our stream. Kirian, very good with the ball. Hands it off now to Bradford. Bradford's runner, no good. Rebound boxed around, and it goes to Andy Hennigan. Hennigan taken away by Kirian. He picked his pocket and hit it. It's 16-5. Lawrence by 11, their largest lead of the game. The pass just barely in to Sawyer Worcester. Worcester hit there by Pellerin, and Pellerin called for the foul as Worcester was going to go over to Bartlett. Going to get Keegan Littlefield back in the game for Lawrence. Trevor Pellerin is coming out with 2 personals. So Littlefield is in and Pellerin is out. And Bartlett comes out. And back in is Miles Shane, the junior guard. Here's the pass into Worcester. Worcester stops, top of the circle. Hooks a pass, foul line right, Hennigan. Hennigan guarded by Kirian. Pretty significant height advantage there for Hennigan. Hennigan between the legs on the cut to Worcester. Worcester blocked. Worcester fouled by Preston Roy.
That's a good foul because that was going to be an easy layup. Had him beat on the cut. My other favorite thing, Mike, is I agree. Yes, obviously Hennigan on Kirian's a height advantage, but only if Hennigan makes it a height advantage. He's going to play small ball. It kind of neutralizes it.
Free throw is good by Sawyer Worcester. 16-6. Tomorrow we're in Pittsfield. Erskine Academy at MCI for boys action. Game time 1:30. CentralMainSports.com, 1160thescore.com. On YouTube, our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Free throw is good. 16-7. Here's Kirian over the timeline. 6.5 to go in the first half. Step backs, launches, steps back. That is launches a 3. It's in and out. That was an almost for Cole Kirian. Here's Worcester. Worcester a tricky dribble. Worcester handed it off there to Owen Reynolds Harvey in the game, number 15. Right side, Worcester, 3, way deep, no good. Rebound, Richards, nice job. The big man comes down with it. The outlet pass to Bradford. Bradford baseline, lobs it way back out front for Kirian. Right side, Littlefield. Well, they'll start their half-court offense. Over to Bradford. Bradford takes a trip in. The runner will not go, but he's going to the line. The foul by Owen Reynolds Harvey. And he will shoot 2, will Leighton Bradford. Meanwhile, coming back in, Liam Hennigan. After this free throw, which is good.
Starting to see, I think, a little bit more aggression out of some of these other players that aren't named Cole Kirian for Lawrence. Also big, he's not handling the ball every offensive possession. Gives him a chance to try and work off ball as the shooter.
One more free throw here for Bradford. It's good. Rattles in 18-7. The lead is 11. 5:45 to go in the first half. Here's Worcester. Lawrence looking for their first win. Kochendorfer back in the game. Kochendorfer steps back. Tries to go on Kirian. Kirian stays with him. The fadeaway pop. No. Rebound under the basket there. It's the sophomore Owen Reynolds Harvey. Harvey back outside to Hennigan. Hennigan's shot no good, and the rebound to Lawrence. Littlefield over to Kirian. Pick from Richards. And that was a heck of a pick.
Yes,
he is a big man. There's a shot by Littlefield that hit the twine. I thought for a second it went in, but it was short. It was an air ball. On the drive, Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer over to Shane. Back to Kochendorfer. Outside to Hennigan. Liam drives, goes in. The shot goes. Counted and one for Liam Hennigan. Sweet move by Hennigan.
A much-needed bucket for Hampden Academy also, Mike. That's just their third made field goal.
Makes it 18-9. The free throw upcoming. The foul on Richards. For Richards, number 1. Here's Hennigan. Missed. Oops, the rebound. The kid able to come away with it, Reynolds Harvey, but then it was taken away from him. Kirian, outlet, under the basket. Littlefield reverse layup is good. Great outlet pass to Kirian, then a great pass under the basket. And Littlefield with a layup, 20-9. It's back to 11. Curling around is Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer back to Shane. Shane, foul line right to Kochendorfer. To the top, Hennigan from way deep top of the circle. Three-pointer off, but it goes right to Worcester. Sawyer Worcester goes back in the corner. Owen Reynolds Harvey. Harvey gives it up to Shane. Not a Worcester. Not a Kochendorfer. Jump step, goes up, hits off the glass as he beat Kirian off the dribble. 20-11. Good move there.
That was a nice jump step.
The lead is 9 as we come down to 4 to go in the first half. Kyrian at the top, guarded by Shane, now to Richards. Richards to Littlefield. Littlefield back out front to Leighton Bradford. Bradford stops and pops. The three rolls off, and the rebound knocked away. Richards kept it alive, and it goes to Roy. Another possession here for Lawrence. Here's Kyrian. Little shake, little bake. At the elbow, in trouble. Kicks it back outside to Bradford. Bradford diagonally from the right to the left, and he's called for a travel.
Tell you what, Mike, I know he's not your number one option, but if Richards has any post moves with Liam Hennigan guarding him, I'm going to him because he should be able to bully him.
I'd like to see him take a crack at it.
Yeah, just to give it an option. I mean, for nothing else, right? Maybe get the defense to collapse and kick it to a shooter.
I wouldn't mind seeing Ryder Provost get back in there, too.
I'm with you. He had a nice little spin move in that first quarter.
Some nice minutes. I think he finished with 4 in that little cameo of his. 20-11 up top, Worcester. Now to Hennigan. Liam to Andy. As the brothers play pass. The drive, the layup is good. That is Trey Collier, who just came back in. Collier, a sophomore. A lot of ups there, huh?
Yeah, nice explosive first step.
From way deep. That three, no good. Not sure you want Leighton Bradford bombing away from there. The miss. At the other end, it's Kochendorfer. Pulls up on a dime, gets the roll. And Jason Pellerin wants a 30-second timeout. We will hang right here with 2:49 to go in the first half. And the lead down to 5, 20-15. Tonight's game brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. Find them online, cmautogroup.com. Tomorrow in Pittsfield, MCI hosting Erskine Academy. It'll be our third look at MCI. First look at Erskine Academy tomorrow. 1:30. CentralMaineSports.com, 1160thescore.com, and on YouTube at Central Maine Sports.
I look forward to it. Accommodations, MCI, very lovely.
They are.
No,
they treat us very well up there.
Curious to see that first look at the Erskine Academy boys. Still not sure what to make of MCI. I feel like they're a team that has a lot of the right things you're looking for on paper, but maybe we're just bad luck to them.
We've seen them lose to Waterhill. We've seen them lose to Winslow.
Yeah.
They've lost to the two teams across the bridge from one another. All right, here comes Lawrence with the ball up 5. Their largest lead, 11. It's a 6-0 run. There's Richards, and he got blocked by Hennigan. So they give him the ball in the pivot, and he got blocked immediately. 6-0 run. Let's see what Lawrence can do to stop it here. Fading back is Hennigan. Hennigan no good. Rebound Andy. Andy goes back up. Richards fouled him. Tried to stay in place and stay straight and tall. Could not. A foul on him, and Ryder Provost, the freshman, is going to come back in.
All of a sudden, too, Mike, it was 8-5 Lawrence advantage on the rebounds at the end of the first quarter. Hampden just passed them 13-12, really starting to make hay.
Andy Hennigan, an air ball, about as bad a free throw as you can shoot. That looked like me at the Battle of the Badges game.
Man, he's not even competing against a ringer.
Here's Hennigan, shot number 2, a little bit better, all net. So it's a 7-0 run, 20-16. 2:20 to go in the first half as the screws tighten up here. Here's Littlefield. Pop out up top. Bradford almost stolen, but he beats Hennigan. Right side to Keegan Littlefield. Littlefield circles to the top. Worcester right on him. Now takes it over to the sidelines. And Jason Pellerin didn't like what he saw. Takes a 30-second timeout. 2:01 remaining, and Pellerin will get his 30-second timeout here.
I think it's the right call. The last one, obviously, you called to stop the run. Didn't work. Lawrence all of a sudden gotten away from, I think, the offense, moving the ball well. That got him up to the lead. Now everybody's moving on the perimeter. Seen a couple of bad threes. Just need to settle down, try and penetrate and kick again.
I think I want 2 people taking threes, Cole Curine and Preston Roy. That's
I'm with you. Because Roy also doesn't leave the corner. He knows where his spot is.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. You would have liked to see, like I said, Richards get that chance. He got one possession, a little rushed it well. Hannigan gets the block. Like to see, like you said, He had a nice spin move through some contact. He had at least one offensive rebound. See Provost get a touch.
Lawrence ball on the sideline. Leighton Bradford in the front court. To Littlefield. Littlefield guarded by Worcester. Reverses to Kurian. Kurian drives, jump step, dipsy-do, no good. Rebound on the weak side to Hennigan. Provost was a little late. And Hennigan now to Sawyer Worcester. Worcester now to Hennigan. Curling inside. Kochendorfer, nothing there. A three. Liam Hennigan, right side, high rebound, and it is out of bounds off Littlefield. Thought I saw a late Hampden Academy hand come in there and knock it.
There's a lot of traffic there.
But it goes to the Broncos on the baseline. Worcester back out deep to Liam. Liam to Worcester. Worcester for three. Yes! Sawyer Worcester from the right corner, as deep as you can be. And we got a 1-point game and a 10-0 Hampden Academy run. Man, does Lawrence need a basket. Littlefield drives, kicks it over, and traveling is called there on Anthony Almeida. Almeida called for a travel.
This is one of those things, Mike, you mentioned in the pregame about needing a win. Starting to see him maybe give up that lead, get tight, knowing what's at stake.
Halftime can't come quick enough. Right side now, Liam Hennigan as Hampden Academy looks for their first lead of the game. Down low, it's Andy. Andy, there it is, off the glass. And it's 21-20 Hampden Academy, as they are now on a 12-0 run. 45 seconds left. Lawrence hasn't scored in an eternity. A three from Keegan Littlefield. No. Provost kept the rebound alive, but he couldn't snag it. And Kochendorfer comes away with it to Worcester. Will they wait with 30 seconds left? Coach Bartlett yelling out instructions. Here's Collier. They're going to wait. Hennigan had an open look and didn't even flinch about shooting. Clock at 18. Up top now to Kochendorfer. To the foul line to Hennigan. Hennigan to Sawyer Worcester. Worcester drops it off for Hennigan. That is Liam with 5. Liam goes in, lost it, got it to his brother. Andy goes in. It's an offensive foul. With 2.2, Liam to Andy on the drive to the basket. And Lawrence has 2.2 to work with. Leighton Bradford's going to put it into play. Pass into Roy. Back to Bradford. It'll count if it goes, and it is way off, and that is the end of that. So Lawrence led the entire first half until the last two by Hampden Academy, and the Broncos take a 1-point lead into the locker room at halftime. The score here in Fairfield at Folsom Gym is Hampden Academy 21 and Lawrence 20. This is high school basketball on The Place. For local sports, Sports Radio 1160, WSKW, The Score.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobeck, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Hermit and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Hermit location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWATs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer? Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, Ashley Knight, Logan Cameron, Ryan Bell, the whole gang is here. We're back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. It's time for the second quarter breakdown. It's presented by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Well, the second quarter started in grand fashion for the Lawrence Bulldogs. They led 14-5 at the end of one. They hit the first hoop to start the second quarter, led by their largest lead of the game, 16-5. But then just 2 more field goals the rest of the way. They end up being outscored in the quarter 16-6. And right now, as we sit, a 12-0 run is in progress by the Hampden Academy Broncos. So the Bulldogs have certainly lost their edge. In our second quarter breakdown, brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, as we move on now to halftime, which is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner is Hammond Lumber. Find them online at hammondlumber.com. Second quarter breakdown for the Lawrence Bulldogs for sure. After that field goal to start things off, up 16-5, sitting pretty, but ice cold since then. Good defense by the Broncos, and they seem to have found their shot a little bit.
Yeah, I actually, for Hampden Academy, I think Lawrence started to get tight offensively. I really think where they started to make hay was on the boards. 8-5 Lawrence advantage, rebounds first quarter. 15-12 Hampden at half, which means they out-rebounded Lawrence 10-4 in the second quarter. And a lot of that is Andy Hennigan, because one of the things that stood out to me, mostly because you made a comment about his height, Liam Hennigan does not go in the post. He wants to stand out there and crank threes. His brother or cousin or whatever, the fellow Hennigan, has been down there and has gotten some big offensive boards. He got fouled, split the pair, he got a putback. But I think that's where it started to happen, and then Lawrence started to just kind of say, okay, we're going to run isolation ball. And it got cold offensively because they just were one and done, and that allowed Hampden to sort of build momentum and sustain a run.
No question about it. The rebound discrepancy is huge, though. 10-4, the difference in the second quarter. That is just massive. And we saw Ryder Provost come off the bench, give them a little more length and a little more height. Might want to have more of him in the second half. And the breakdown at the defensive end, I'm not sure it's a breakdown as much as Hampden Academy has kind of exerted its will. They do have some outstanding physically talented ball players, and they're longer than Lawrence. And Jason Pellerin had mentioned that to me today on the phone. I'm really worried about the length because we don't have any other than a few.
Well, the problem is, too, is that we talk about Provost, the Provost twins. They're freshmen. They play on the JV team, which we watched, getting some run a little bit early in the first quarter there, got some run late in the second quarter, but they're young. They're JV kids. The problem, Mike, is Davidson in the starting lineup 6'2", listed 6'2". Richards listed at 6'4". Davidson sits for a chunk in the first quarter because he picks up 2 quick fouls. And then Richards also picked up 2 fouls as Lawrence continues to struggle not committing fouls, and the free throw disparity points that out as well. 4 out of 9 for Hampden. They haven't taken advantage of it, but 9 attempts compared to 4 out of 5 for Lawrence. Turnovers about even. Lawrence 7, Hampden 6.
Yeah, and Lawrence it's not like they've been careless with the ball and turned this into a turnover festival, so to speak. It's not been a matter of that. I think in the second quarter, good old-fashioned hard work for Hampden Academy on the boards at 10-4 with the rebounding edge and some shot making as well. You add those two together, or add 3, add a third thing to the pot, and that is some less than good shooting by Lawrence, and you add it up and you get what you get now, which is a 12-0 run for the Broncos.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see how Lawrence attacks offensively, specifically through Kurian. We've seen for the last 2 games we've been here, he comes out on fire in Fuego. He scored almost all the points they had in the game against Mesa. We had against Nokomis. He had a heck of a first half, too, on his way to a game high 26 or 7, I believe. 8, he's got by far the most, obviously, for Lawrence with 8, but a little bit more quiet. And I'm curious if that's a case of him backing off a little so he has a little bit more in the tank later, trying to get others involved, or if that length that you talked to Coach Pellin about is bothering him more than normal, because while not physically massive, Hampden Academy definitely has some more length than some of the other teams we've seen Lawrence play thus far.
It's Hampden Academy 21, Lawrence 20. Second half action is next on The Score.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our Score crew back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. Ryan Bell, who's running our camera here tonight, just noticed, being a Nokomis grad himself, that Earl Anderson is sitting on the bench of Russ Bartlett. He is an assistant coach at Hampden Academy. Earl, of course, coached the boys and girls both at Nokomis High School, but coached the boys in 2021 to 22 when Cooper and Ace Flagg led them to the state championship.
That's your Ryan Bell fun fact of the day.
That's a great fun fact.
Oh, he's got another one.
He's got more. Here's
okay.
Gotchendorfer right out of the break, and he hits. And so it's a 14-0 run. 23-20, Hampden Academy by 3. Lawrence throws it away. Pellerin threw it right to Gotchendorfer. Gotchendorfer on the left. Elbow, pop. The shot is no good. It is long. The deep rebound out to Richards. And here is Lawrence looking for a field goal to break this run, which is now 14-0. Bounce pass up top to Roy. Roy needs help. It's Pellerin at the front. Pellerin. Hands off to Kurian. Kurian pick and roll there. Richards runner, no. And then a frustration foul by Brady after that. He did everything right until the foul.
That big jump step, made sure, not going to shuffle my feet. Just went strong with it off the back of the rim and then picks up his third foul, Mike.
Well, that is probably going to get Ryder Provost back in before too long. Here's Worcester over to Shane on the elbow, and he's up off the bench. Back door, it's open. Shane missed the shot. Richards with a rebound. It was tipped. And Richards with a big, powerful rebound there, hands it off to Pellerin. Pellerin on the right. Lawrence trying to break a 14-0 run. Hands it off to Davidson. Davidson for 3, right wing, way off. Rebound Richards, back up. He blew a very easy shot. He short-armed it, and the rebound is out. Let it to Worcester. Worcester tipped by Cole. Cole trying to steal it, or Roy, that is. He could not. Left corner 3 by Shane. That is no good. That would have been a dagger. Here's Davidson. Quick outlet to Kurian. Kurian launches. No good for 3. Rebound cleared by Andy Hennigan. The outlet to Worcester. Worcester, left side to Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer down in the pivot for Hennigan. Now to Hennigan. This is Liam. Liam shut off to Kochendorfer. He goes foul line right, brings it back outside. Fakes left, goes right, hands to Liam. Liam for 3, fills it. It's a 17-0 run now for Hampden Academy. And a 6-point lead. Lawrence cannot score. Kurian stops, hands it off to Roy. Roy for 3. Bang! That ends it.
Needed that basket in the worst way.
Sure did. 26-22. That ends a 17-0 run. Worcester back in the other direction. That's blocked. That's also blocked when Hennigan picked up the deflection. He got blocked. 2 blocks by Lawrence at the defensive end. Kurian falls down. Kurian gets up. And Jason Pellerin bailed him out with a timeout. And it's a full one. We'll take it too. 5:07 to go in the third. The 17-0 run is over. The score.
Hi, Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Height Chevy. Height Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Height family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
5:07 to go in the third. Lawrence with a timeout. Jason Pellerin bailing out Cole Kurian there, who was about to give it up. 26-23 Hampden Academy. After that 3-point field goal, broke the 17-0 run. Here's Preston Roy to put it into play right in front of his bench. Kurian, or check that, that's Pellerin. Wrong French-Canadian surname. Here's Kurian. Kurian a tricky dribble, looking for his shot. And why not? Now to Pellerin. Pellerin gets a pick from Davidson, doesn't use it. Pellerin drives, pulls up on a dime, knocks the shot down. Trevor Pellerin makes it a 1-point game.
That's a heck of a bucket to make for your first field goal.
Sure is. Pulled up strong, 26-25. It's 5 in a row for Lawrence. Here's Kochendorfer, knocked away by Pellerin, but he can't pick up the loose ball. Hennigan outside Kochendorfer for 3, rattles in. 29-25, it is back to 4. 4:20 to go in the third. Trevor Pellerin. A pick from Davidson, reversed himself. Now to Davidson on the shuffle. Left side, it's Roy. Roy circles to the top, goes to Kurian, goes right through the wickets to Shane. Miles Shane goes up over Roy and hits left-handed.
And those are the mistakes Lawrence can't afford.
Absolutely can't do that. 31-25. Back to 6. This matches the largest Hampden Academy lead. They've had 6-point leads twice. Pellerin inside, nothing there. Out to Roy. Preston for 3. He's feeling it. 31-28.
Nearly disastrous. That one got knocked away and able to get a man open in the sort of widespread panic.
Kochendorfer pushed by Cole Kurian.
He splashed that one after the fact.
Inbounding situation here for Hampden Academy. They have the ball and lead by 3. Here's Kochendorfer. Shane checking out of the game, coming back in Trey Collier. Pass into Andy Hennigan. Inside it goes to Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer missed the shot, the rebound to Kurian. Kurian lobs it up. Here's Pellerin. Pellerin a stutter step. Pellerin, foul line left extended to Davidson. Almost lost the handle. Davidson needs help, and Pellerin comes over. Pellerin, foul line, stopping. Not much there. Goes down low nicely to Provost. Provost trying to use that pivot foot. Nothing there, though. Gets it back outside to Pellerin. Pellerin, there's an opening, takes it to the basket. Up fake shot, no. He's going to the line, though. He did draw a foul. I think he should have laid it up instantly when he drove.
I think that the foul, is a break there. He's hesitated and let the defense recover. I think he had the ability to go all the way to the glass.
You go up, put it up left-handed, use your body as a shield. Pellerin at the line, normally a pretty good free throw shooter. And, of course, he misses.
The announcer jinx is live and well.
Score jinx still in effect. One more for Trevor Pellerin. It's a 3-point Hampden Academy lead, 31-28. Second one is good. 31-29, Broncos by 2, 2:50 to go in the third. Here's Worcester. Worcester shovels up top to Hennigan, now on the right side to Collier. Collier out deep. Goes on the sideline, Kochendorfer curls to the left elbow, jump past Worcester, doesn't take it, now to Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer, nice tricky dribble, nothing there though, shut off by Kurian, baseline right side, Hennigan for three, air. And it's picked off by Roy.
Tell you what, Lawrence went on a scoreless drought, 17-0 Hampden Academy, and Hampden does not want to let them out of this game.
Here's Pellerin stepping back, firing no. Rebound, loose, and it comes down to Collier. Collier to Worcester, back to Collier. Collier on the go, doubled. Knocked out of bounds by Preston Roy.
That was close. I thought Roy definitely got a hand in there, but I thought Hennigan might have as well. Take a look at the mid-state machine. Tough to see bodies behind us, but maybe a break there for Hampden.
Keegan Littlefield coming back into the game. Trevor Pellerin. Good start for Trevor here in the third. Couple of hoops, or a hoop and a couple of, or let's check that again. A hoop and a free throw.
Yes.
Right side, Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer, stutter step, foul line, pop, fade away, no. Rebound picked off in there by Ryder Provost. Stutter step by Kurian. Tricky dribble by Kurian. Kurian looking for his shot. It's not there. Backdoor, wide open. Provost, he blew the shot. The loose ball to Davidson. Davidson to Kurian. Kurian stops and pops for three. No good. Rebound run down nicely by Kochendorfer. Oh, Ryder Provost is going to lie awake at night thinking about that bunny that he missed right there.
That was such a good find by Cole Kurian.
Beautifully done. We've got a timeout called by Hampden Academy. We'll take one, too. We got a wing dinger here. Minute and a half to go in the third. It's the Broncos 31, the Bulldogs 29. More in a moment on the score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here live at Folsom Gym in Fairfield. A buck and a half to go in the third quarter. Hampden Academy taking a timeout. They lead by 2.
I was going to say, Mike, again, Hampden Academy not really letting Lawrence get out of this game because after they go on a 17-0 run to get up 26-20, it's actually 9-5 now, Lawrence, to keep them in this one because Hampden just won't pull away.
Here's Worcester over the timeline. Broncos with the ball. They lead 2. It rolls over to Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer drives, and he let Kurian go by. Missed the shot. Rebound. Hennigan can't put it back up. Worcester from way deep at the top of the circle. It's no good for 3. Knocked out of bounds there. Great play. Going out of bounds by Collier to knock it out off Keegan Littlefield.
Yeah, Littlefield trying to do the right thing, which was box out, get the possession, but a heads-up play there by Hampden to knock it off of him.
Now we have a 30-second timeout. We'll hang right here, 1:09 to go. 31-29. Tomorrow we're back at it. More boys basketball. MCI hosting the Erskine Academy Eagles tomorrow. Game time is 1:30 here on the score.
Yeah, Mike, the other thing for Lawrence, I think first time you and I, obviously just our third game in their 6th game, first time you and I have seen Cole Kurian be rather human offensively, only 8 points.
Yeah.
And I think both games, the 2 games you and I have seen him, I think he combined for, I want to say 49, 50-ish points in the 2.
Not been able to get open enough today.
I do think the link to Hampden Academy is part of it. I think you see a little bit of the just lack of chemistry sometimes as well because two Lawrence offensive players will cut into the same space.
All right, here's Sawyer Worcester. Nobody guarding him, and everybody's covered, and Kurian tips it and steals it. Kurian right down Broadway. Bounce pass over Littlefield for a layup, and we're tied at 31.
That was a nice recovery by Littlefield because I think that pass kind of surprised him.
Sure did. Here's Hennigan to Hennigan. Andy curls around. Little shove off there. Goes on the baseline to Collier. Now to Kochendorfer. Drives in strong and banks it home. That's a terrific move.
Yeah, Kochendorfer with 7 in this quarter.
33-31. Broncos by 2. Here's Bradford to Littlefield. Littlefield stops on the sideline, curls it back out to Kurian. Kurian drives, the scoop shot blocked by Hennigan, and it's picked up by Hennigan. Blocked by Andy, the loose ball to Liam. Here's Worcester, back outside to Liam. Liam Hennigan holds. We're down to 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Broncos with the ball in the lead, 33-31. Kochendorfer drives, everything clears out for him, and he hits. It parted like the Red Sea right there. And Kochendorfer taking it right down the Red Sea and laying it in. And the Broncos lead by 4 as we go to the 4th. The score after 3 from Folsom Gym in Fairfield is the Hampden Academy Broncos 35 and the Lawrence Bulldogs 31.
Looking for a way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
Third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. When we started the third quarter, Broncos were in the midst of a 12-0 run. They added 5 to it. They had a 17-0 run before Lawrence finally broke it, 26-23 as they scored there. Lawrence actually played pretty tough with Hampden Academy in the third quarter. Broncos outscore Lawrence 14-11 in the quarter, but that 17-0 run looking huge right now. Third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan.
That Kochendorfer, Mike, had 9 points in that quarter. In a 35-31 game, 9's a huge number.
Sure is. This one has been a grinder, a rock fight, as AJ likes to say. Outside with it now, it's Leighton Bradford. Bradford down low. It's Davidson. Davidson missed the shot. The weak side rebound to Kochendorfer. Braden Davidson back in, missed in close. Here's Worcester. Worcester penetrates over to Andy. Andy goes up. Strong muscle move, no good. Misses the miss, that is, in his own hands, and he goes up and is fouled on the play. And he will go to the line, he being Andy Hennigan.
I think Hennigan, again, was big, I thought, in the first half, sort of getting the run going by doing that kind of stuff there, working on the boards.
Missed the free throw. Foul was on Braden Davidson.
And Kochendorfer really responded offensively there when Hampden Academy needed some offense in the third.
7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Second one good by Andy Hennigan.
Hennigan has taken 3 pairs of free throws. He has missed the first one every time and hit the second one every time.
36-31. The lead is 5. Largest lead for the Broncos has been 6. Littlefield over to Pellerin. Pellerin gets a pick from Davidson, doesn't use it. On the weave, hands it off to Kurian. Kurian, left corner, open 3 there. Bradford missed the shot. Rebound comes out. And Miles Shane is fouled in the rebounding action.
And if that's Davidson, Mike, yep, it's his 4th.
So that is a problem. And young Mr. Provost is coming back into the ball game. He's gotten some quality minutes tonight, and he's going to get more now. Worcester on the pop out to Liam. On the cut to Kochendorfer. In the pivot, turnaround, bank shot is good.
That was a tough shot against that defense.
The lead is 7, largest lead of the game for Hampden Academy. 38-31. Kurian Drives, goes in, and no shot went up because the ball was knocked out of bounds by Hampden Academy. Ryder Provost is in. Braden Davidson is out.
I think Lawrence, ride or die. I think you're going to have to run some action here for Kieran, and then ideally some counteraction with the way they're cheating on him.
All right, in. There's Trevor Pellerin hitting the little floater.
He ran that little fake handoff to perfection.
38-33, almost a steal by Pellerin. They get it ahead to Shane. Right corner three from Hennigan. No good by Liam. Rebound there by Andy. Andy kicks it back outside. Worcester for three. That's no good. Rebound right to Andy. Andy up fakes. Andy misses. Rebound Liam. Outside Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer up fakes. No good. Rebound volleyballed around. Andy with the rebound. Now it's out of bounds. Finally, Lawrence catches a break, and it goes out off Miles Shane. And let's see, coming in Preston Roy, also Brady Richards. Checking out is Littlefield and Preston Roy.
How about that?
Final six.
Break for Lawrence, give up 4 offensive
Total.
Rebounds and not give up any points.
Here's Kurian. Whips a pass over to Pellerin.
He had just go. He had the baseline.
It's all about confidence. Whips it back outside to Roy. I think I inadvertently said Roy was out of the game. He's not. Pellerin exposed it. It's stolen by Andy. Andy Hennigan goes up, lays it up, missed the shot! Lawrence has numbers 5 on 4 if they hurry. Hustling back into the play, though, Hennigan. Kurian drives right down Broadway. Nothing there. Has to do something. Tries to shoot. No foul is called. Retrieves the loose ball. Kurian out-dribbled himself there. Here's Miles Shane. Shane ahead to Worcester. It's stolen by Roy, but he can't keep it in bounds.
I think Hennigan thought he was gonna dunk and then couldn't do so, and then as we've seen a couple of times this season from other players, failed to finish that one off, and then Kurian I think you saw a little bit of frustration because he hadn't been able to shake himself free.
And here's Jason Pellerin. Good move by Jason Pellerin. Get him out of the game for a 32nd minute blow.
I'm with you.
Inbounds pass to Andy. Now to Worcester. Back it goes over to Liam. Liam drives, goes up hard. No. Rebound Andy. Andy back outside. The fake. And traveling is called on Miles Shane, the junior guard.
It's that look. You can't chop the feet. Man, Mike, I don't know. We'll see. A lot of games still close, but up for a second there. Kochendorfer for Hampden took over as my vote for player of the game. Now all of a sudden, Hennigan hitting the boards hard.
And, of course, our flagship cinemas. Scorer player of the game coming up after the game. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. They'll get the CMCC bag of swag. Here's Pellerin, right side. Pellerin trying to drive, goes baseline under the basket. There's nobody to pass it to. He tried to knock it out of bounds off Hampden Academy. I think it hit him on the way out.
And the problem is he did hit a player, but there's not a lot of room on that baseline, so it came back and touched him before it went out of bounds.
All right, Kurian back in. His rest was, I think, 30 seconds. Now timeout called by Jason Pellerin, and we'll take it too. 4:43 to go in the fourth quarter. Hampden Academy 5 by 5. That is the score. Broncos 38 and Lawrence 33. More after this.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Boy, this one is the epitome of a grinder, a rock fight, street fight, call it whatever you want to. A combined total of 71 points in this game, 38-33. Broncos by 5. 4:43 to go in regulation. Lawrence started out with a 7-0 run to start the game. Had as much as an 11-point lead in the first half. That's now gone, and they trail by 5. So we've had a 16-point swing. And the Broncos with the ball. Lawrence with pressure in the backcourt on Sawyer Worcester. As Roy is on him, a trap now. Pellerin comes over. They get it over the timeline, though, to Hennigan. Hennigan to Collier, back to Hennigan. Now to Kochendorfer. Now Sawyer comes out to the front. Sawyer Worcester, that is, almost stolen by Roy. Kochendorfer to Collier. Now to Worcester in the corner. Broncos looking to take some time off the clock here. Driving is Kochendorfer. Goes up. He didn't take any time there other than to put the ball in the basket off the glass.
How about this, Mike? 40 team points. Kochendorfer, 17.
The lead is 7. 4 minutes left. It's going to take a comeback for Lawrence to break their losing streak. Curian inside. Nothing there. Has to go back to Pellerin. Pellerin, foul line left extended. Pellerin tries a bullet pass. It's blocked. He was trying to go backdoor to Roy. Pass was blocked. Loose ball to Kochendorfer. Kochendorfer hands it off to Collier. Collier takes it out front. Collier now to Kochendorfer. And we're going to get a foul. It's an offensive foul drawn by Trevor Pellerin. Ref said the feet were set. Pellerin draws the foul. Coming in, Braden Davidson. Coming out, Ryder Provost.
I had a little bit of a break there for Pellerin. I think he was reaching, and in doing so, he had sort of planted himself while doing it, and then he got run over. So I don't think necessarily the wrong call. I think a little bit of luck.
Tipped away from Pellerin. He has to hustle back. Worcester dives on the floor, kept it alive, and it goes to Hennigan, and Hennigan fouled. That's a tremendous play by Sawyer Worcester. All hustle.
Now, what you said, not only the obviously deflection, but as they say, first man down, first man to the ball.
Third foul on Pellerin. Worcester inbounds to Andy Hennigan. To Liam, it's almost stolen there by Braden Davidson. Now back to Liam. Kochendorfer takes it to the top. Now to Shane, to Kochendorfer. Sawyer Worcester goes in the corner from Hennigan. Hennigan, stutter step. That looked like a walk. It was.
Said he tried to do that jump step and it just wasn't planned. I think he was high on his toes.
2:53 to go. Lawrence needs a hoop. Here's Pellerin. Trevor over the timeline to Curian. Just hasn't been able to find a shot today. I mean, literally. And there's a bad play by Davidson. Gave the ball away, but Andy Hennigan not able to keep it in bounds. He has not been able to get open to get a shot today.
He doesn't have a made field goal since the second quarter, and we've got 2.5 basically left here in this final quarter.
Keegan Littlefield going to come in for Trevor Pellerin. 2:39 to go.
Pellerin, I think, has some nice moves. He just doesn't trust, I guess, what he sees.
Yeah, I don't think he's got any confidence offensively. Here's Littlefield driving. The shot was blocked. He gets the miss off the side of the backboard. Shovels to Davidson. Davidson knocked away by Liam Hennigan, and he steals it. Hennigan bounce pass over Kochendorfer. That was in traffic, and Davidson back, but he stepped on the baseline.
Break there for Hampden. Again, Lawrence, I think, just going to kick themselves. They can't find a way to get this game because Hampden has just not gotten away from them.
40-33. Inbounds pass to Andy Hennigan, stolen by Richards. Lawrence with another opportunity. Here's Curian on the left. Guarded by Shane. Tries to drive, kicks it over to Davidson. Davidson not sure what to do with it. Takes it to the basket. Hits a 5-footer.
Well, luck there because he was close to steps.
He was close to trouble, that's for sure. 40-35. It's 5 with 2 minutes to go. Sawyer Worcester on the handoff to Kochendorfer. Somehow got it in there to Andy Hennigan. Now to Worcester. Worcester outside to Shane. Shane to Liam. Liam Hennigan. High dribble, almost dribbled it away. They kick it to Kochendorfer in the corner. Lawrence is going to have to come out eventually and commit a foul here. And there it is right there on Davidson.
Which is 5.
And that is the last foul that Lawrence had to give. So Davidson's done. Pellerin will replace him.
I believe, Mike, this is definitely the second of 2 for sure. I believe Davidson's fouled out of all 3 games you and I have been at.
Very quickly, Pellerin's going to have a word with his team. And putting it into play, Aiden Kotchendorfer. Ryder Provost has announced that he is coming in, and
Lawrence has 6.
They have 6 guys out there. Great try.
Not a bad defensive strategy, to be honest with you.
Absolutely. 6 on 5 would work. It is Kotchendorfer to put it into play in the front court with 1:32 to go, and Hampden Academy up 5. This is Liam. Over to Kotchendorfer. On the elbow to Reynolds Harvey. Now it is Kotchendorfer. A tricky dribble back outside. Goes on the left to Shane. Shane is fouled as he's chased and finally caught by Cole Kurian.
Shane has not attempted a free throw. Liam Hennigan is 0 for 1. Kotchendorfer's 0 for 2. Andy Hennigan is 3 for 6. And then Worcester is 2 for 2. But Shane has not attempted.
All right, here's Miles Shane, a junior guard. First of 2 on the way. Got it. 41-35. It's 6. 1:17 to go. And Hampden Academy has 3 fouls to play with, too. They only have 1 team foul. Second one is good.
I think a little easier to make those when it's less so about the balance of the game.
7-point lead. This matches the largest lead of the game for Hampden Academy. Bradford to Kurian. Kurian spots up for 3. No, way off. And he really had to work to get that shot. Hennigan with the rebound to Shane. Over to Hennigan to Kotchendorfer. Back out front to Liam. Liam is fouled by Cole Kurian and Liam Hennigan. Big lanky junior forward is going to the line to shoot 2.
Hennigan's only made 2 field goals. He's attempted 1 free throw on that and 1, and he missed it. That was in the second quarter.
Hennigan ready. Dips, shoots, hits. Largest lead of the game for the Broncos. 43-35. 1 more for Hennigan. Foul again on Bradford. Second one is good. 44-35. Here's Pellerin, 50 seconds to go. The lead is 9. Kurian, fadeaway pop. I think somebody got a hand on it. Loose ball to Kotchendorfer. Yeah, that is pretty much going to do it. Over on the sidelines to Shane. Miles Shane. Dribbling away from pressure, wrapped up there by Preston Roy. And Shane will go to the line, and he'll have a chance to make the lead double digits. Well, another gritty performance by Lawrence, but nothing to show for it.
Yeah, another rock fight, and there's just a game where a typical offensive game or most of an offensive game from Cole Kurian maybe gets you to the finish line, and just struggled against this defense here tonight from Hampden Academy.
Free throw good. Lawrence empties the bench. 45-35. 1 more for Miles Shane. Rolls off. Rebound to Miles Provost. Miles up top to Littlefield. He'll shoot it.
Yeah. Put it up.
Almeida. Dribbling stuff is nice, but a shot would help. There's Littlefield. Knocks it down from 10. 45-37. 5 seconds to go. Here's Sawyer Worcester just dribbling it out. Over to Kotchendorfer, and that is that. Now the Lawrence Bulldogs got off to a tremendous start. Could not keep it going. Hampden Academy wins and wins by 8. Final score in this one, the Hampden Academy Broncos 45 and the Lawrence Bulldogs 37. Our post-game show and our Flagship Cinemas Player of the Game coming up after this on The Score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it, All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here post-game Folsom Gym in Fairfield. The Hampden Academy Broncos winning it tonight 45-37 over Lawrence. And boys basketball, time for our fourth quarter breakdown. It's brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Well, Lawrence Bulldogs, scrappy all night long, only scored 6 points in the fourth quarter. That's just not going to get it done. The Hampden Academy Broncos rallying in this one from down 11 in the first half. They outscored Lawrence in the fourth quarter by a count of 10-6, ran their lead from where it was after 3 from 4. They had it to as many as 10 in that fourth quarter. They settled for an 8-point victory, 45-37, as they hold off Lawrence in the fourth quarter. And our fourth quarter breakdowns brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. Rock fight, street fight. It was a grinder of epic proportions. It usually is with Lawrence. It's amazing how they're able to scrap and bring you down to their level, so to speak. Hampden Academy team's got a pretty good offensive ball club, and they struggled like heck to get to 45 points.
It's one of the things that's frustrating about, I think you could call Lawrence a young team. Obviously, you talk about you graduated a ton of minutes, even though you have some seniors on this squad that not necessarily varsity experience. And I think one of the things you could tell from a young team, right, is some nights you have really good offensive nights and the defense isn't there. Some nights you have really good defensive nights and the offense isn't there. And tonight, unfortunately, the latter for the Bulldogs, probably one of their better defensive games, aided a little bit by, for whatever reason, Hampden just doesn't play as well on the road. And then it ended with them just not being able to find buckets when they needed, because Hampden, to your point, Mike, just never got away from Lawrence. Lawrence just couldn't find a bucket when they needed it.
No, a 17-0 run that started in the second quarter when Lawrence was up by a count of 20-9. That's when the 17-0 run started, and that obviously ended the game. That is the difference in the ball game. So Lawrence goes from being up 20-9 to being down 26-20, and they were never able to catch up the rest of the way. They got within 2 on one occasion late in the third quarter, but were not able to get any closer down the stretch in the fourth quarter. The lead for Hampden Academy grew to 10. They win by 8, 45-37. And you got to think that Russ Bartlett is just happy to get the heck out of this gym with a win, no matter how he had to get it, because it was not easy, that's for sure.
No, and again, he's got something to go back to the drawing board. Not sure what it is. This continues you could chalk this up, I think, a couple things. Lawrence, I think, wants to play gritty defense. Lawrence, it's a holiday thing. You wonder, it's just maybe out of your normal routine. It's a holiday break. You're not as locked in. These are teenagers. But for whatever reason, that's 4 games now. Hampden has gone to the road 4 times. They've lost twice by double digits. They've won by 2, and they had an ugly win here tonight, which I don't think breaks their pattern. So for Hampden Academy, as a team that was picked almost consensus preseason number 1 in the coach's KVAC preseason poll, when they go on the road, they're just not the same team for whatever reason.
Yeah, and of course the Brewer Witches were not picked, and they're at the top of the heap right now. So that leads us to our Flagship Cinemas Score Player of the Game, and we are going to go with
Aiden Kochendorfer. Honorable mention to Andy Hennigan, who I think was huge in getting that 17-0 run started with his offensive rebounding. Was also massive, I think, in closing it out. But hard to argue against Kochendorfer. Was held scoreless in the first quarter, puts in 4 in the second, scores 9 in the third, which was huge, I think, to keep them out in front and kind of just run away and hide, so to speak. Finished with a game-high 17. How about this, Mike? In a rock fight, he was the only, not the only Hampden Academy player, the only player in this game to get into double figures, and he scored 17.
That tells you what kind of rock fight it was. So he gets our Flagship Cinemas swag bag. That includes a CMCC bag of swag. Inside that swag bag, the fashionable Score t-shirt, a Score Player of the Game keychain, and a ticket to go to the movies. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience on Kennedy Drive in Waterville.
Again, Hampden Academy gets business done. Just a couple other numbers for you, Mike. I think the other thing for Lawrence to look at, when you struggle offensively, right, you want to find a way to generate some easy points. 10 out of 17 free throw attempts for Hampden Academy Knights, so 17 attempts. 5 of 7 for Lawrence. Despite all the ball handling they do, don't generate the whistles they need to. And so Kirian not scoring, you see what the offense can do. So there's a couple numbers. For Lawrence, Kirian and Roy finished with team highs. They had 8. Hennigan was second on Hampden with 9. I said Kochendorfer the only one in double figures. And then rebounding I thought was big, only other number. 32-24 Hampden Academy advantage. Out-rebounded Lawrence 9-3 in the fourth quarter. The gotta-have-it quarter, they got to the boards.
They sure did, and aside from that run in the second that continued into the third, they also out-rebounded Lawrence in that second quarter 10-4. That was huge as well.
Yeah.
And just a very good second quarter that continued into the third quarter that finally culminated in a 17-0 run, and that ended the ball game right there. We've got 2 more games left in 2024 after a big year of high school hockey and basketball starting off in 2024, segueing into baseball, softball, and lacrosse in the fall, a summer of all kinds of different things, and a fall of football, field hockey, and soccer. Now we've got here, as we continue our winter sports season, 2 more games to go. Erskine Academy is at MCI for boys basketball tomorrow at 1:30. And then Monday, it's Lawrence at Gardner in girls high school basketball in what should be, I think, a very interesting matchup that is going to be played down at Gardner High School. Game time, that's an afternoon game on Monday. Game time is 1:30. So that is going to put the wraps on this for us here tonight. For AJ Knight, for Ashley Knight, for Ryan Bell, and for Logan Cameron, I'm Mike Violet saying so long and good night from Folsom Gym in Fairfield. The final score in this one here tonight, the Hampden Academy Broncos 45 and the Lawrence Bulldogs 37.
You've been listening to a high school sports presentation on The Score, brought to you by these great local sponsors: Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, 201 Service Skowhegan, Flagship Cinemas, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service in Vassalboro, Assistance Plus, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, Kennebec Eye Care, Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, and by SBS Carbon Copy. Keep posted on what's coming up. Live video and audio of girls and boys high school hockey and basketball. All available at centralmainsports.com, 1160thescore.com, and our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. The place for local sports is Sports Radio 1160, The Score.